What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. QahirTheConqueror here. This video, gonna talk about the key to life, the keys to life, how to cheat life, how to succeed in life. To start this video, really simply put, in my opinion, one of the keys to life, the easiest thing that you can do is to be active. I believe action is like the cheat code to life. The reason being why I say that action is one of the keys to life is because one thing that I have learned through my experiences and also observed experiences is that you have to constantly be in motion doing something, and of course for both of those points, both should be productive. Why do I say that? Well, I say that because I believe one of the biggest grim reapers, and I don't mean in the literal sense, figuratively speaking, inaction or stagnation is one of the worst things that you can do, because you cannot tell me or anyone this from a child when we are young and innocent, however long we have that and maintain that innocence. We're given an imagination that's vivid. We have dreams, goals, aspirations. Talk to a 5-6-year-old, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be an astronaut, you know what I mean? At a certain point though, as we get older, some of these aspirations diminish for various reasons. That's why I think it's so critically important that you have something to look forward to, something that helps you remain active, something that keeps you in motion, because I don't believe human beings are not supposed to be in motion. I don't mean running around, ripping and running all the time, but I mean doing something productive, something that stimulates your mind, something that challenges you, something that stimulates your body. You get the point. Why do I think that's the key to life? Why do I think that's even important? Why am I selling this idea? Because when you're not having the best of days, when you're not having the best time of your life, when you're going through darker times, moments of vulnerability, things like that, what do we normally do? Well, besides our individual and various coping mechanisms, we usually withdraw. We go inward, we shrink, we curl up, we stay in the house, we watch TV all day, we scroll on our phones all day with the phone to our face like this. We don't necessarily go out and face the world and go tackle what it is that is afflicting us. Why? Well, because number one, when you're suffering in that regard, it's easier to, like I said, withdraw like a little armadillo, roll up into that ball, shield yourself, protect yourself from whatever it is, sleep it away, eat it away, drink it away, smoke it away, etc., etc., etc. But I've learned, and this is my personal testimony, but I've heard other people talk about this, and somebody out there can relate. When you get in motion, and when you go get active, and when you go at it, when you go out there and go get and seek what it is that you want, that I feel like is one of the best medicines. You know how they say laughter is the best medicine? I think action is the best medicine too. I'll give a quick example. Personally, I'm a human being. I have my ups and downs. I go through things. When I go through things, like I say, personally, I have my coping mechanisms, and I also withdraw. I isolate. But that, in most cases, unless I'm doing that to actually problem solve, I'm just running away and avoiding the problem, and I just don't want to deal with it. And typically, I'm not as productive. And typically that affects my mental state. But when I'm active, when I'm in motion, when I wake up early, go for a jog, eat breakfast, get some sunlight, go for a walk, go to the gym, run some errands, have my hand out the window, letting the wind caress my fingers, looking at the sun, looking at the birds, touching grass, going by water. You know what I mean? Anything, whatever it is that is a form of activity for you, those are my examples. When I do that and I come back home, I feel like I can take on the world. I feel like I'm invincible. I'm unstoppable. Like whatever I was just dealing with the day before doesn't even matter. And that is why I think action is one of the biggest lifesavers out there, biggest cheat codes to life, is because it, yes, maybe it can help you distract yourself from whatever it is that might affect you, but also it fuels you. Like I feel the dopamine and the serotonin moving through my body. Like I said, I have energy, I'm full of life, I look more confident, I'm glowing, things like that. Now I can't break it down scientifically why that's the reason. I'm sure somebody out there can, or there's a video out there that can. I'm just speaking on personal testimony. But I encourage you, if you ever go through those moments and periods of isolation and, you know, periods of deference and things like that, all you really have to do is, like I said, just go get in motion, go get active. Now, if fitness or physical activity isn't your forte in that regard, you know, still literally going outside, not being stuck in the house, although the house might be safe, it might be your comfort zone and things like that, it just doesn't stimulate you enough, in my opinion. Like, it just doesn't get the job done. I think that you need to have something to look forward to as an adult, as you get older, something that helps you push through, because as you get older, problems come. And we all have stuff that we're dealing with. We all have stuff that we go through, that we're going through. But you don't just want to sit in that. You don't just want to wallow in that. You don't just want to stay in that, because it only does the opposite of what's intended. It'll intensify, in my opinion, whatever it is you're going through. It just makes it just so unbearable. And then you go deeper and deeper and deeper into whatever your coping mechanism is, and never really are gonna rise above unless you're some insanely highly motivated mindset crazy freak. And I just don't think many people are like that, and that's okay. But when you allow yourself to be productive, to get in motion, to challenge yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, you're stimulating yourself. That, I feel like, is self-healing. I feel like that is one of the best medicines out there. I've heard people that are in the medical fields or the fields of therapy and things like that, when people say they're depressed, when they're anxious, when they're this, when they're that, when they're this and that. When's the last time you went outside? When's the last time you got some exercise? Did you drink some water? You know what I mean? Little things like that. And that can be so healing. I remember when I was going through a lot of things, mental agony and anguish, went to the beach or just went by some water, just seeing the waves go and just hearing that soothing sound, touching sand, looking at the rocks and seeing the innocence of little babies or pets and dogs with their, you know, their owner and things like that, you know, catching a ball, and that gives you life. But I feel like, though it may be comfortable being inside, being surrounded by your comforts, phone, laptop, TV, food, things like that, it's just not gonna do what you need it to do. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. So, moral of the story is, I just feel like one of the cheat codes to life, one of the cheat codes to a successful life, to a happy life, to a prosperous life, is just motion. It's just action. Like, the difference between you and somebody who got through or is getting through whatever they're going through, and whatever they did to unlock the best version of themselves, I bet you they're probably going to be more active than you. And I don't just mean in the physical aspect of that, but just doing something, doing productive, stimulating activity. Because as human beings, we need stimulation, whatever form of stimulation that may be. Like I said, that might be maybe puzzles or something that helps you stimulate, or maybe playing chess or something like that. Seeing your friends, like I said, going to the beach, just seeing water, looking at the waves, looking at animals and the innocence of them in the wild and nature, going hiking, stuff like that. That's the reason why I feel like people do those things, because it gives them life. Like, as I get older, I don't not want to be doing things that stimulate me, that fulfill me. I don't want to do things that drain me. Like, you already have to deal with so much, and to just sit in that and just wake up, go to work, eat, wake up, go to work, eat, wake up, go to work, eat, day off, stay home and eat. It just doesn't sound idealistic to me. It doesn't sound like the best thing to do. So what I encourage you to do, if you are going through things, or if you want change in your life, you want to spark a new version of you, or whatever it is that you may want to do, I encourage you to just get active. Find whatever activities work for you and go do them. Like I said, it doesn't have to be me. I jog, things like that. I work out. I'm in the gym a lot. I like to just be outside, just take walks, be in nature, looking at plants and animals and stuff like that. That might not be for you. There might be other things you can do, but I encourage you. Getting outside is, if you can, weather permitting, is one of the best things that you can do, because I feel like it's healing. It's self-healing. It's like medicine. So hopefully this video helped in any way. If it did, please like, comment, or subscribe. Stay tuned. See you for the next video.